What's cooking, adventurers? Today's video, as promised and seriously hyped by all of you, finally drops. I know you wanted edited scenes and extra touches, so this one took a bit longer to make, but trust me, it's worth the wait. Let's get right to the good stuff. I'm breaking down 5 character energy optimization. This way you will squeeze every juicy reward out of the game, and yes, sadly for some, it's 5 times more effective from playing just on character. Technically, you could call this an alt character guide, at least for now. There are some minor extra things your alts can do, but honestly, if you've got 5 characters at level 60, your daily routines are pretty much covered. When it comes to optimizing your alts, you probably know a lot already. Still, the in-game energy system can be confusing, or let's be real, a total grind. That's exactly why I'm here, to make it simple, so without further ado, let's dive right in. Alright, before we dive in, let's talk requirements, because not everyone's there yet and you can't skip this step. If you haven't hit these milestones, just keep grinding until you do. Once you're set, you can really get the most out of the strategy. Here's what you need: every character at level 60, plus make sure you've unlocked all the main content, at least Critical Conquest. Everything else should unlock naturally. Number 2, all your characters need 2000 plus nullification. Honestly, 3000 is even better, but 2000 is realistic for more players right now. Number 3, craft 5 double energy potions every day with every alt character. Seriously, you need them, no question. Number 4, finally, you've got to own the Phantasium Pass. Before anyone groans, if you did the recent fleet event, you should already have it for 2 weeks, since it dropped a week ago. If not, don't worry, I plan on running giveaways to help you out. And look, it's not even $5, just grab it, the benefits are absolutely worth it. The strategy though works just fine even if you don't have it. That's it for requirements, don't bitch me if you miss any, these are non-negotiable. Alright, before we get lost in the numbers, let's get clear about our goals. Here's what we are hunting for. 435 fragments every day, that's the daily target you should hit, no excuses. Number 2, enough hunting permits for daily Purgatory runs, you need to have a steady stash so you never miss a day. Number 3, critical conquest scrolls every week. Aim to grab every available scroll for each character, that's a total of 150 scrolls per week if you're using 5 characters, or 120 if you're only running 4 alts and your main full Purgatory. Once your main character finishes farming all the sets you want from Purgatory, you will rotate your main into this alt cycle as well. I will show you exactly how that works in just a minute. This planner really comes down to 2 or 3 key insights from my own daily grind. Number 1, energy management. By using this approach, you can bank loads of energy every day and even more each week. That means more resources, more rewards and maximum gains. I had to get creative to make sure I was squeezing out every bit of value. Number 2, farming golden insignias. Each time you open 30 scrolls with any character, there is a shot at getting golden insignias. The odds are pretty low, but it's still one of the best ways to farm them, especially if you need to convert your weapon to an elemental type, and honestly you should. Number 3, hunting permit logistics. Moving hunting permits between characters, nope, some are character bound and can't be transferred. That's why spreading your activity evenly across your characters is way more convenient and smoother for your daily routine. Now about your main, keep farming Purgatory until you get all the gear you need. This takes full advantage of the legendary drop pity system and the bonus prayer. But to keep things simple, in this video I will show you how to sync your main's farming routine with your alts. That way calculation is easy and you can adjust if you ever want to swap an alt's energy for your main's Purgatory run. Alright, let's get started. Every day you learn 840 energy, but here's the twist. You only need to spend 420 energy on Purgatory and high-level Void Realms, level 55+, to secure your target of 435 match fragments. Now you might think that's about the energy cost for 3 characters, but we don't want to run it quite that way. Here's how I recommend breaking it down. Out of your daily energy, each character gets 1 free Purgatory entry. So that's 100 energy you don't have to spend permits. Totally free for your account. That leaves 320 energy you'll still need to cover to get all your fragments. But there's more. If you're also running the level 55 Void Realm, that gives you another 100 energy worth of permit runs, fragments and still a chance for a legendary drop, again totally free. So after those freebies, you just need to spend 220 energy daily to grab every last fragment. Easy, right? So the 220 energy you need to spend in Purgatory equals to 220 hunting permits a day. To make things even clearer, let's break this down by week, since most rewards and resets happen on a weekly basis. Over a full week, that's 220 hunting permits per day multiplies 7, 1540 hunting permits per week. The same goes for your energy, 1540. Now, if you hit the 3000 nullification cap, which you really should, if you're serious about late game optimization, you unlock 15 Void Realm runs per week. That's 3 runs with each character. The best part? These runs drop the exact same number of fragments as Purgatory, but you don't need any permits, so you save another 300 permits across your account. And here's the real kicker. With 15 Void Realm runs, you guarantee yourself 15 legendary items every single week. Not only do you have a great shot at upgrading your main, but you can also dismantle the extras for stones and transfer those stones to your main and use them in the prayer system to maximize your gains. So where does that leave us? After these freebies, you will still need 1240 permits per week to maximize your fragments. Looking ahead, every week you can complete the Golden Fleet Challenge up to 9 times. 3 times per day every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and that scores you a total of 900 hunting permits, which is massive and honestly one of the best parts of grinding with alts. So after banking those 900 permits, you'll only need 340 more permits to spend your energy efficiently and hit your weekly targets. At the start of the video, we split our daily energy into 2 parts, 420 energy used to farm fragments, and the other 420 energy we didn't touch until now. Let's see what we can do with it. Planning ahead for the week, that's 420 energy multiplies 7, giving us 2940 extra energy to play with. If you spread that across all your characters and use those tries on Critical Conquest, you'll score an extra 500 licenses from the weekly quest. That's another 100 hunting permits added to your stash. Now let's say you spend those 500 energy on elite runs in Critical Conquest. That will get you around 90 more permits plus about 145 licenses. That leaves you needing just 150 more hunting permits for the week, with 2440 energy still burning a hole in your pocket. Here's a pro tip: if all your characters are in a guild and you do the weekly quests, you can score up to 80 permits per character. That's up to 400 permits across your roster. If your guild's even half awake, even if your guild resembles a graveyard, snagging 150 out of 400 permits in total is completely doable. Basically, you need at least 2 characters in active guilds. If not, don't panic, the weekly arena shop has your back. Just go for 1v1s or 3v3s to pick up any extra permits you might need. With that said, you finished your permit hunt and you reached your 2 goals: to hit max fragments and permits for the week. So as you can see, it's actually pretty easy to farm more permits than you would expect, and you still have plenty of energy to burn. Now remember, all the energy we've spent so far is green energy, the good stuff. Plus you'll want to clear Critical Conquest weekly scrolls to maximize your loot and hunt for those golden insignias. To get scrolls, you have to spend green energy. You don't get scrolls with account energy. Even if you don't need gold insignias, you can sell them for 8 to 9 million gold a pop. Not bad for a side hustle. Just a heads up, it's hard to pin down exactly how many licenses you'll collect on each character, since drops are random and events, battle passes also toss licenses your way. The trick is to prioritize sorting out your licenses so you can clear more Abyss stages instead of always converting them directly into permits. For every 500 energy you spend in Conquest, you'll net about 145 licenses and you still have around 2440 energy. Add in your daily missions, 70 extra energy per character, so another 350 total each week. All told, that's about 2790 energy you can pour into Critical Conquest. Alright, at this point I've got to be real with you. I've shown you all the main math for getting your material so far, but after crunching 3 pages worth of calculations for the script, even I wanted to turn to mist and float away. Editing all that, nightmare fuel. So here's the deal. I'm dropping the final results for you, no more massive math dumps. If you somehow don't trust my math or just want to nerd out, DM me on Discord and I will send you all the number crunching, page by intense page. Here's the final breakdown, running 5 characters and spending all your energy each day. Assuming your main character hasn't finished farming all their epic Purgatory gear yet, keep pushing for Purgatory. Once your main's done, just cycle them like any other alt for energy farming. Early on it's always better to feed the pity system and chase those legendary drops. 120 scrolls versus 150 isn't a game changer. Alright, here's how it all shakes out. Here's how to handle your main character's energy. Spend all your green energy, so 140 a day, exclusively on Purgatory. Don't touch your green energy until you can jump into the Void Realm Nest. But I'm not counting Void Nest energy in this breakdown, and why? Cause every week you get 70 energy per character for free. Spending 60 on the Void Nest literally cancels out. No need to panic or stash away energy for that, it's a freebie. Now that leaves you with 140 account energy, since you have 5 characters. This energy is flexible, use it however you want. You can burn it all at once or stack it up for critical conquest later, where excess energy gets you double rewards. No potions chugging needed. You can stack up to 1 day if you want to be max efficient and always spend half until your target epic insignia appears. So 70 account energy and always make sure your tomorrow's excess energy will be always 140. I know the math are a little complicated here and you might be wondering what I mean by... Let's give a quick bonus tip. If your character, like mine, favors specific elements, say Pyro, since I'm playing Berserker, focus your extra account energy on Abyss stages that match your element. I always dump my spare energy on Abyss when the Pyro insignia is up, to maximize my odds at those juicy golden insignias. Do not worry guys, I'm planning to drop a video soon where I'm gonna explain which element is better for every character. Okay, the alt cycle time. I know it sounds like a headache, but stick with me, I will make it as clear as your inventory after a rage clear. Here's the daily routine for each alt. Spend 60 green energy on Purgatory, spend 80 green energy on Critical Conquest, and the first 20 energy per character is free. Nice, right? You will need 40 permits per character per day for Purgatory. For your Critical Conquest runs, only use licenses if you have them. Never combine them into permits. Permits are easy to get, but you can't turn them back into licenses. So every license, keep as a license. Focus on Abyss stages for golden insignias, more runs, more odds. If you don't have enough licenses, don't stress. Permits from stages can be moved between characters, but weekly quest licenses are locked. So, use all your alts to reach 30 runs each, that nets you 30 scrolls per character, and every scroll you donate has a chance to get a box, and inside this box you have 10% chance to score a golden insignia box. Yes, the RNG is brutal, but across 4 alts you're looking at 120 tries, a pretty good shot. Even if you're not lucky with insignias, those boxes still toss out permits. Hit the 1% jackpot and that's a massive haul, 100 permits out of nowhere. If you do this on all alts for the first 3 days of the week, you'll easily hit 30 entries per character. After that, just keep an eye on permit numbers, so each character can keep running Purgatory daily. 40 permits each. Got extra permits? Burn them in Purgatory. Seriously, better loot and you're not wasting anything. Doing this for a few cycles, you will end up with more permits than you know what to do with. My advice, you can build up a stash of 350 permits for a whole week on each character. If you exceed that, dump the extra permits onto one character and send them on a Purgatory Bing for that juicy gold gear. The reality, the ways to pick up extra permits are endless. Fleet coins, PvP, rankings, events. If you see yourself drawing in permits, just funnel them into Purgatory. Simple, efficient. Get your scrolls from Conquest, then use every other permit for more loot in Purgatory. To wrap this up, as you've seen, managing energy efficiently isn't just about smashing the daily or weekly goals, it's about squeezing every bit of value from what you've got. The key takeaway, focus on the top tier rewards first and spend your resources wisely to maximize their impact. Once you've knocked out the important stuff like permits, fragments and critical scrolls, the rest of your energy is yours to play with. Whether you grind for second tier rewards, stockpile for future weeks, or just throw it all into Purgatory, because why not farm like a legend? It all depends on your account goals and how hard you want to push. Remember, this strategy is flexible. Some players might opt to chase permits from less efficient sources, while others skip that and go straight for the gold gear grind. After you've got the essentials squared away in your first 3 to 4 days, everything else is bonus farming, and honestly, no two accounts are the same, so make your own calls as you go. Alright, that's it for today. I'm super exhausted with this guide. I hope it helped you streamline your farming and avoid burnout. Drop a like and let me know in the comments, and as always, until next time, grind smart, not hard. See ya!